let's be real. There are going to be loot boxes in this game, isn't there?
We can't really comment on MTX or the Earth systems for that. Like, rate.
You look like Bobby from Lizard Lick.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare microtransactions. My god, this has been one of the most requested videos out there and one of the most requested topics that people want to ask the community members and ask the developers themselves to know what they're actually paying their money for. Most of the old school Call of Duty fans, including myself, I'm super hyped about how Modern Warfare looks and plays. The gameplay is amazing, but that's not the issue that we all are actually worried about getting Call of Duty Modern Warfare for this year, of course, because it is all about the Activision's microtransaction system. And we all know how Activision plays when it comes to microtransactions and how to monetize their games and stuff like that. Because looking back at all of their previous games that they have made so far with all the Call of Duty, Black Ops 4, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remaster, which was released as a remaster edition of the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare that was made a couple of years ago. And my god, this game had one of the worst ever microtransaction systems when it comes to DLC plans, and how we had to purchase everything that we already had in the base game. We had to repurchase everything in the remaster edition, which is one of the most scummiest ways of selling games right now in the current generation market of video games industries. And when it comes to Modern Warfare of 2019, the newest Call of Duty that's going to be coming out this year, I'm really worried to see how microtransaction system is going to work out for this game and how they're going to be moving on with their upcoming title, because we all know that Call of Duty has had its own downfalls and how Call of Duty went down and all the history of Call of Duty so far. So recently, Game Informer, I think these guys went on and conducted an interview with the developers themselves for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and they asked on some of the most important questions that the community themselves wanted to ask. So it was conducted in a live stream, kind of a video kind of based themes. So they went on and asked the community on their Twitter, what kind of questions do you guys want us asking the developers themselves? So what I did was I put a tweet to Game Informers. I replied to that tweet saying, what about the microtransaction? Could you guys please ask about this system and how it works in Modern Warfare? To which they actually did go on and ask the developers on how microtransaction systems are going to be working in Modern Warfare. And to my surprise, the developers replied saying they're not yet ready to be speaking about this topic, that they're not at liberty to reveal any details about how microtransaction systems are going to work in Modern Warfare. And this is one of the biggest thing that really pisses me off when it comes to like me paying money for a game and not even knowing what I'm paying for and how the monetization system works, and how you guys are going to screw me in the ass after you get all the money that I pay you, and in return, I just get screwed in the ass. So that's what I get as being a loyal consumer to Activision, because for the past years, they have been maintaining a very bad reputation when it comes to selling games and how their marketing works and how their scummiest microtransaction system works. So looking at what the interview goes on and what they say, it kind of seems like it's very sketchy. You know, these guys are speaking super sketchy, and there's no chance there is not going to be any microtransactions in the game. So it is 100%. Get that thing out of your mind if you're thinking that there's not going to be any microtransaction, because it is 100% going to be here. The question is, how are they going to input the microtransaction, and how are they going to bring out the monetization feature for the game? So Activision recently came out and they said that they're going to be doing something called as the first player or player forward system, I think, where, to be honest, they actually did explain about this part in a very good way. So what this basically does is that you as a player will be able to level up and complete different challenges in order to unlock some new weapon skins, as well as player skins and different emotes in the game. So those things in the game are completely unlockable by grinding and putting the hours into the game, and basically that is something that I'm very happy about and looking forward to it. And this is a huge step forward when it comes to making a better Call of Duty and bringing back the old Call of Duty days itself. But the thing that concerns me the most right now is if they're not selling skins, and if they're not selling the cosmetic items or emotes or whatever in the game, then what are they selling? Like, there literally is nothing other than weapons that they can sell, because it is 100% sure that microtransactions are coming to the game. But since they're not selling cosmetic items, what are they actually selling in the game? Is it going to be something like a battle pass route, like what Fortnite did with the game, where I think in like 3 months once you get like a battle pass where you can pay like $10, or like when it comes to Apex Legends, I think it was $11, but then they changed up the scheme to like $10. Of course, it's EA, who is the father company of Activision when it comes to microtransaction and stuff like that. So they wanted to put in the $11 scheme rather than $10, so that people had to be forced in order to buy the $20 version of in-game currency, I think, so that you have to spend those extra $9 in order to get the $11 rather than getting the $10, which is pretty scummy. Yeah, it's EA, so it's similar to what Activision is. So when it comes to Battle Pass route, if they could do something like that in Modern Warfare, I think that would be a very good thing as well. And I would love to buy a Battle Pass where you can level up in every 3 months once. And I do understand that Call of Duties only lasts for a year, but still 1 year has a lot of months in it, right? It has a lot of months. The hype's going to stay on. If they try to update the game as regularly as possible and put on new contents, there are so many things that they can do, such as seasonal contents where they're going to add in different types of things in the Battle Pass. And it's actually okay for me. I would be happy if they are selling skins for the game, and I would even pay $10 or $20, $50 to buy skins in the game. I don't care. Unless those are skins, I don't care. But I don't want to see no bullshit weapons added into game. I don't want to see some kind of attachments being sold out in the game like what they did with Black Ops 4. So if you guys go back to what they did with Call of Duty Black Ops 4, they announced that there's not going to be any microtransactions, no season pass, no bullshit like before. You just get what you pay for, and all that kind of promotions is what they did. And they literally just waited for all the critics and all the ratings to come in, and people out there like IGN, Game Informers, and all those guys who literally gave the game like a high score, right? Like people are like, hey, Call of Duty is back, like we are going back to the old school, boots on the ground, and there's no microtransactions, there's no season pass, so everybody is united as a community. And literally after they get good scores and good ratings for the game, and after a month into the game, Activision decides to add in their same old bullshit of microtransaction. They added in something called as COD points, which they literally said that it's not going to be a microtransaction. It's not going to be something that you guys saw on the previous Call of Duties. We're just bringing things out so that you can buy some skins out there in the black market. That's exactly what they said. And later on, as months passed by, they literally started adding some things like different weapon skins, and slowly it moved down to weapon variants. Slowly it moved down to different weapons that they're actually starting to sell in the microtransaction systems. And the game at this point became completely pay to win, and I absolutely hate going back to Black Ops 4, and I don't even play the game. I think I actually played the game until I was Prestige 6, and I played it for like a couple months, and then after I saw all of these scummiest Activision microtransaction system being brought into the game, that's exactly when I knew that this is my time to get out of the community. I'm never coming back to Call of Duty, and I'm not going to be supporting Activision ever again. To be honest, I still haven't pre-ordered Modern Warfare, because every year when Call of Duty comes out, as soon as they're announced, I would be the first guy to go ahead and pre-order the game, and I just realized how stupid of an idea that is, right? By pre-ordering the game, you're just assuring those developers that the game is already sold out before it even comes out, so we don't have to put any efforts in making the game better or any efforts in pleasing the customers on buying our product, because these guys already paid their money without even us showing them what we're selling, right? So this is one of the most scummiest things even I have done from my part, and I do completely accept. And what I would ask you guys to do is please do not pre-order this game, dudes, because you guys not pre-ordering the game could in fact change how Activision thinks that they should be dealing with the microtransaction systems, because they know that people are actually worried about how they're going to launch this game and how things are going to happen in the post-launch. Because with the Black Ops 4, like they said, they actually promised a lot of things, that Black Ops 4 is going to have that and this, and like no microtransactions, no season pass, blah blah blah, no splitting up player community. But everything that they said that's not going to happen in the game literally ended up happening 1 month later, or even 2 or 3 months later. It even grew worse than what it was 1 month later. In fact, even if they add in any kind of microtransaction or game-breaking feature, I'm not going to support it. Of course, I'm not going to buy any in-game transaction items like guns or whatever. Even if they add things like that, it doesn't really bother me, because I'm just going to go on with private lobbies, going to play with my friends. That is the only reason why I'm buying Call of Duty this year, and I'm going to just have fun with my friends, make your own decisions, and see what's the best for you. I completely do understand for those guys who are like, no, I'm just going to wait for like a month or 2 or 3 months to see if they're going to bring in any kind of scummy microtransaction or like monetization ways where they add in weapons and all that kind of stuff in the game. If that happens, I'm not going to buy the game. So until then, I can wait. So one of the most smartest thing you can do is like wait and watch for like a month and see if the game is good and like how things are running up in the game with the post-launch stuff and all that kind of stuff. But I do understand the hype train is too high when it comes to Call of Duty, and it always seems to consume you guys, and me myself itself. Yeah. So I just wanted to go ahead and discuss one of these topics with you guys about how microtransactions might work in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I'm in fact thinking about uploading more Call of Duty content right here on the channel. So if you guys are thinking maybe you want to watch some of those, then yeah, go ahead and subscribe and drop a like, guys. I know most of you guys do forget to drop a like. It hardly takes a few seconds. Please go ahead, support your boy, drop a like, and that would help the channel out a ton. With that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out, amigos.